historical cruise, type of yacht cruise. Okay.
Welcome aboard the sightseeing boat Eric Bloodaxe and this intimate 1-hour cruise. We will shortly inform you about some of the vessel's rescue equipment. Life jackets and life rafts are located on the main deck and on the top deck. Please make yourself aware of where to find these. Should an emergency occur, be calm and listen to orders given by the crew. If you have any questions about safety on board, feel free to contact the crew. Then we wish you a pleasant voyage, and in the bar we sell hot drinks, beer, wine and non-alcoholic refreshments. Bryggen is one of Bergen's and Norway's main attractions. The very first buildings in Bergen were situated at Bryggen, which has been a vibrant and an important area of the city for many centuries. Bryggen is now part of our common heritage and has a place on UNESCO's World Heritage List, and the city of Bergen is a designated World Heritage City. The World Heritage Site consists of the old Hanseatic wharf and buildings and is one of the best known urban areas from the Middle Ages in all of Norway. Just off the Bryggen on the starboard side, we can see glimpses of St. Mary's Church with the 2 white towers. The construction of St. Mary's Church was completed around 1180, making it the oldest remaining building in Bergen. It was built as a parish church for the Norwegian population, but it was taken over by the city's large German population in 1408. By belonging to the wealthy Germans, it is richly adorned and it escaped the fate of being turned into a ruin, unlike several of the other churches in the city. Until the year 1906, the services in St. Mary's Church were held in German. Further on the starboard side, you can see Bergenhus Fortress. Bergenhus Fortress and Royal Castle is one of the oldest and best preserved stone fortifications in Norway, and it contains buildings dating back as far as to the 1240s. In medieval times, the area was known as Holmen and contained the royal residence, as well as a cathedral, several churches, the bishop's residence, and a Dominican monastery. Excavations have revealed foundations of buildings believed to date back to before the 1100s. In the 13th century, Bergen was the capital of Norway, and the fortress was the main seat of Norway's rulers. Håkon's Hall was built in 1247, and it was the largest and most imposing building of the royal residency in the 13th century.
这是 service 的吧？
Mom, look up there.
That's fine.
Yeah, let it go.
Mama, look up there.
World Explorer. Seven Seas. Oh. Splendor.
Skuteviken developed as an isolated suburb of Bergen under the protection of the Swedish fortress, which was built in 1183. In Skuteviken, small wooden houses were built without any overall plan, and the growth took place until the end of the 18th century. The name Skuteviken, in English Ship Bay, probably comes from around the 1400s and refers to the Hanseatic League setting up the ships here for repair and storage. Although Skuteviken is an old place located just outside Bergen city centre, it was not until the 20th century that a road was built along the beach into the city. Sandviken's boathouses were used for storing merchandise, mostly stockfish from northern Norway. The stalls were originally located along the beach, on islands and reefs, or on bulwarks out in the sea. The oldest stalls in Sandviken date back to the middle of the 17th century, and at the most there were more than 250 such stalls. The few remaining stalls are considered important cultural monuments and are protected as cultural monuments of national value. At the end of these colorful houses, you can see the Norwegian Fisheries Museum, which was founded in 1880 under the name Fiskerimuseet i Bergen. during the Second Anglo-Dutch War. A fleet of 60 Dutch ships, including 10 ships from the Dutch East India Company, with very valuable cargo, sought refuge in Bergen's neutral port during the pursuit of English warships. The forces in the city joined the battle on the Dutch side. The battle was short and bloody, and the English fled. A cannonball stuck in the wall of the cathedral in Bergen has long been thought to come from this battle. From 1941. The heavy work was carried out by prisoners of war from the Soviet Union. And the bunker was subjected by an Allied air attack in October 1944. Unfortunately, only a few bombs hit the target. Most bombs hit the settlement and killed 193 civilians, including 61 children at Holen School, which we soon can see behind this building. I will point it out for you. In 19... starboard side, right by the water, you can see Nordnes Shipyard. The original shipyard was built in the 1780s by Georg Brunstorff and Georg Wedeler, and it was called Nordnes Shipyard. In 1853, it gained a reputation as one of Norway's best ship designers and shipbuilders. Today it is an art and a culture arena with a restaurant and a concert hall. And further on the starboard side we have Fritids Fortress up on the hill. Fritids Fortress is located on the highest point of the Nordnes Peninsula. On the west side there is a steep side down to the sea. And from the fortress there is a good view over Bergen city centre and towards Laksevåg. This fortress played an important role during the Second Anglo-Dutch War in 1665, and thanks to the cannons on the fortress, the Norwegians helped the Dutch to win this battle.
Ach, denen gegen Schweden war das wahrscheinlich.
Nordnes Seawater Pool on starboard side. Nordnes Seawater Pool was opened in 1910, and until 1965, the seawater pool consisted of floating wooden boxes in the sea that were attached to land with chains. In 1965, the modern Seawater Pool was ready, and years later, the water in the pool was also heated. Today, the Nordnes Seawater Pool is kept lovely and warm at a temperature of about 27 degrees Celsius or 81 degrees Fahrenheit, and you can also take a refreshing dip in the sea. And further on the starboard side, up on the hill between the trees, you can see the Bergen Aquarium. Bergen Aquarium is a facility from 1960 that shows fish, aquatic animals, and penguins. The aquarium also has a tropical section with snakes, crocodiles, spiders, and other tropical animals. The aquarium has more than 300 species and over 60 large aquariums. And in the Nordnes Park, which you can see on the starboard side, there is a totem pole decorated with animal motifs. This totem pole was a gift to the city of Bergen from our friend city, Seattle, and were erected in the year 1970.